Hello guys, welcome to today's self-love slow flow. My name is Amara and I post lots of yoga flows here on YouTube. I also have a online membership called Soul Shadow where I post flows like this and all of my longer and, in my opinion, more beautiful flows as well. So if you're interested and you enjoy this, feel free to check it out. It's always in the description box below. But the inspiration behind this practice was all around how we practice self-love and self-care and allowing your slow movement on your mat today to really fill you up in the ways in which you need it most. So when you're ready, feel free to light a candle, make a cup of tea, and come and meet me on your mat. So when you're ready meeting me on your mat, we are going to start sitting onto the heels or in another comfortable seat, whatever feels best within your body. And we're just going to close down the eyes and place the hands onto the heart center here. Now, as you arrive here, I just want you to begin to tune into the breath as it comes into the chest. The inhales filling up the heart space as it gently rises. And the exhales melting down. Allowing yourself here to lengthen these inhales and soften the exhales for 5 more breaths. As we move through this practice today, we're going to be really tuning into this idea of self-love, of self-care. How is it that you need to love yourself? What areas within your life or within your being and soul are asking for that tender love and care? Allowing your next breath to be the deepest breath you've taken all day, filling up the entire body. And as you exhale, sigh it out through the mouth, let it go. And as we're here in these first few moments, I want you to set an intention for our practice today. And allow this intention to be around the ways in which you feel you need a little bit more love, the ways in which you're practicing self-care. So maybe that's through slowing down. Maybe it's through finding love for your body in this moment. Maybe it's about looking after yourself. Maybe it's even throughout finding routines and discipline. However you're practicing this, allow it to become your intention for how you move on your mat today. Taking a deep breath in all together. Exhale, sighing it out, sealing that intention. Then as you inhale, reaching the arms up above the head, gaze towards the thumbs. Exhale, placing the hands down onto the mat, coming to all fours. The shoulders are over the wrists here, the hips are over the knees. Now as you inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest, looking up. Exhale, round the back, tuck the chin. Inhale, drop the belly, gazing up. Exhale, round the back, tuck the chin. Then as you're here, dropping the hips back, creating a child's pose with the arms wrapping around the legs. Allowing yourself just to pause here. Again, taking deep breaths in and out. As you inhale, slowly begin to make your way back up, placing the hands in front of you. Now I want you to round the back, coming forward so the shoulders are over the wrists. Then as you exhale, tilt the pelvis, drop the belly, shift it back to this child's pose. Inhale, rounds you forwards, tucking it in. Exhale, drop the belly, shift it back, creating these spinal waves. Inhale, ripples you forwards. Exhale, wave it back. Well done. 2 more. Good job, guys. Deep breaths in and out. Then as you inhale, coming back to center and lowering down onto your belly here. Start to count the fingers, bringing them out wide. The forehead is down. As you inhale, rippling up the spine in 3, 2, 1. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rippling up, shining the heart forwards, imagining it could almost shine that self-love in front of you. Deep breaths in, rising you up. Exhale, making your way down. Then as you're here, allowing the hands to come out into a T shape. Bring the left hand underneath the left shoulder and start to roll onto your right side, coming into this shoulder stretch. Option here to bring the left toes behind you, taking this deeper. And again, coming back to the breath here. Imagining those inhales could nourish you from the inside out, filling you up, recharging your soul. 2 more breaths here. Then as you inhale, coming back to center, the left arm extends, the right arm comes underneath the right shoulder, and gently pushing yourself over to the left side. Maybe those right toes come behind. As you're here, taking deep breaths in and out. Deep inhales and exhales. Then on your next inhale, coming back to center, placing the hands underneath the shoulders, tucking the toes under, and shifting yourself back to your first downward facing dog. As you arrive in this downward facing dog, I want you to really take any movements that would feel good. Maybe you want to bend the knees, maybe actually a child's pose would feel better. Maybe you're coming to the Ujjayi breath, which starts at the back of your throat and moves through the nose. Just allowing yourself here to really tune into how the body feels. What does it need? How can you move with that intention in mind? Last deep breath in and exhale. Inhale, start to lift the right leg up towards the sky. Bend the knee, open up the hip, beginning to take circles here. 1, 2, 3, other direction. Then as you exhale, bring the right foot to the outside of the right hand, come onto the left knee, finding your lizard pose. Once you arrive here, reaching that right arm up towards the sky, allowing this to come into a bit of a twist. Allowing those hips to melt down, deep inhale. Exhale, right hand onto right knee, just beginning to guide that knee outwards. 2 more breaths here. Well done. Then on your next exhale, placing the hands down, shifting the weight back, flexing the front foot. Maybe you straighten the leg, maybe you don't. Both hands are on the inside of the foot here as you inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen, flatten the back. Exhale, fold. Then on your next inhale, slowly begin to walk yourself back. Bring that left foot onto the inside of the right thigh. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, little twist. The heart is in line with the right toes as you fold forwards. The hands can come to the shin, the ankle, or the foot. As you inhale, lengthen, flatten the back. Exhale, fold forwards. Imagining here you could just begin to melt into yourself. As we come into these slower, softer practices, there's such a big opportunity for self-discovery, melting into who you are in this present moment. As you inhale, slowly begin to roll back up the spine. Exhale, left hand comes behind the left hip, and as you inhale, push into the left knee, finding your baby wild thing or stargazer's pose. Inhaling here. Exhale, sitting the hips back down. Inhale, start to walk yourself forwards, coming to that runner's lunge. Then as you exhale, tuck the back toes, stepping it back to your downward facing dog. As you arrive here, taking a deep breath in, filling up the body. Exhale, sigh it out through the mouth, let it go. Option to move through stillness, a child's pose, or maybe you want to take a spinal wave. If you're taking a spinal wave, you inhale, ripple forwards to a high plank, drop the hips, lift the chest for a floating dog. Exhale, bend the knees, shift the hips up. One more breath here, move through whatever feels good within your body. And as we exhale, we'll all meet in our downward facing dog. Inhale, start to lift the left leg up towards the sky. Bend the knee, open up the hip, taking circles here. 1, 2, 3, other direction. Then as you exhale, bringing the left foot on the outside of the left hand, dropping onto the right knee. As you inhale, reaching the left arm up, opening this up to a twist. Exhale, placing left hand onto the left knee, guiding it over. Deep breath in here. And out, well done. Deep inhales. And exhales, good job guys. Then as you exhale, I want you to begin to shift it back. The leg may not straighten here, and that's totally okay. Flexing that front foot. And as you find this pose, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, begin to fold. Taking 3 more just like that. I'm resisting the urge to find judgment on your body in these moments. Come back to that intention of self-love. How can you move with that at the forefront of everything you do? So you inhale, flatten the back. Exhale, begin to walk yourself back to sit. Right foot on the inside of the left thigh. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Little twist so the heart is in line with the toes. Flex the foot. And as you exhale, melting forwards, almost as if you could give that leg a hug. Inhale, lengthen, flatten the back. Exhale, fold and melt. Allowing yourself to be really present within your body here. Simply observing without the need to react or judge. Deep breath in and out. Inhale, start to roll up the spine, reaching the arms up above the head. Right hand comes behind right hip, pushing into the right knee. Find your stargazer's pose. Deep inhale. Exhale, sit it back down. Inhale, make your way towards the front of the mat to a runner's lunge. Exhale, step it back to a downward facing dog. Maybe you want to move through a vinyasa, maybe you want a child's pose, or maybe you want a spinal wave, yogi's choice. Remember, this is your practice, and when you find your mat, I'm only ever here to hold space for you. Take what you need, take what gets to be the highest act of self-care on your mat today. 2 more breaths here. Well done. And as you inhale, start to reach the right leg up towards the sky. Bend the knee, open up the hip, and start to flip this over into a wild thing. So the right toes come down, reaching the right arm up, deep inhale. Now as you exhale, I want you to sit it down onto the hips. Well done. So we're nice and close here. Now that we've arrived, I want you to take the right leg And place the foot into the crook of the left elbow, and the right arm wraps around, flexing both the feet here as you give this leg a little hug. Deep inhales and exhales. One more breath, deep inhale and exhale. Well done. Releasing the legs down, I want you to twist towards the left side. The hands come to the front of the mat, rolling onto your belly. Tent the fingers nice and wide, 3 spinal waves. Inhale, ripples you up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, ripples you up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, ripples you up. Last time. Exhale, coming down, tucking the toes under, making your way back to your downward facing dog. Then as you inhale, start to lift the left leg up towards the sky. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Then begin to flip it over to your wild thing, reaching the left arm up. Exhale, sit the hips all the way down. We're cradling that leg here, so when you're ready, taking the foot into the elbow crease, and you can rock it from side to side. Maybe even finding love for the body here as you're giving it a little hug and squeeze. Thanking it for carrying you through this practice as we move. One more breath, deep inhale. Exhale, releasing the foot down. Tent the fingers wide on each side of the mat, rolling onto the belly. Inhale, ripple up. Exhale, melt. Last inhale, ripple up. Exhale, melt. Placing the hands down on the ground, shifting it back to a child's pose. The knees are wider than the hips, the big toes touch. And as you arrive, taking a deep inhale. And as you exhale, sighing it out through the mouth, let it go. Another deep breath in and out. Coming back to that intention you set for your practice. In what ways can you fill yourself up with the self-love that your soul craves? Then on your next inhale, start to roll up the spine, coming to sit onto the heels. Once you arrive here, you may want some blocks for this next one, so if you have them, feel free to have them close by. We're going to place the left hand down on the outside of the left ankle, either to the floor or a block. Then as you inhale, I want you to push the hips forward and lift the chest, the right arm reaches. Exhale, sit the hips down, sweep the arms around, coming to the right side. Inhale here. Exhale, sweep. Well done. We're moving through 3 more of these on each side. Close the eyes. Allow the heart to shine open here. And when we think about this heart shining forwards and opening up, instead of sharing that love with the world around us like we always do, I want you to imagine that it could begin to fill you up as well. That there's so much that you're allowed to keep, a lot of it for you too. Last one, deep inhale. And as you exhale, come to sit onto the heels, placing the hands onto your heart center and closing down the eyes. Deep breath in, filling up the body. And as you exhale, sigh it out through the mouth. Noticing the heartbeat underneath the hands. And just noticing here how you can find this connection to the body. Fully grounding into the here and now. Maybe in this moment you can find love for one thing that you have about yourself, about your life. And then just allowing the eyes to flutter open. Let them settle on a spot in front of you without the need to move or react. Deep breath in. Exhale, sigh it out, let it go. Then allowing the arms to wrap around the legs once again for a child's pose. 2 deep breaths here. They fill up the back of the spine. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, filling the body up. Exhale, let it go. Then as you inhale, slowly rising back up and coming to sit down, we're bringing the soles of the feet together and creating an extended diamond shape here. Then once you arrive, reaching the arms up towards the sky, exhale, start to melt forwards, the back can round, allowing the shoulders to soften away from the ears, and just allowing everything to become heavy. Allowing the breaths to fill the body up, to nourish you from the inside out. And as your eyes close down, can you begin to melt into your own little world? And on your next inhale, slowly beginning to roll up the back. Bring the knees together with the hands and just begin to hug the legs here, however feels good and works within your body. And as you're here, giving yourself a hug, allowing the eyes to close. Accepting the comfort and love that you're giving yourself here. Maybe noticing how good it feels to appreciate you in your physical form. Maybe you give yourself a squeeze of appreciation. And then when you feel ready, rolling onto your back, giving the legs a squeeze into the chest, and then extending them out long to find your Shavasana, your final resting pose. And as you take this Shavasana, I want you to place one hand onto the heart and the other hand onto the belly. Again, finding this connection and grounding into yourself. As the eyes close down, letting the rest of the world simply drift away. As you arrive here, taking a deep breath in, filling up the body, feeling it rise underneath the hands, and as you exhale, sigh it out through the mouth, let it go. The shoulders melt down. The legs become heavy. Allowing the breath to soften. Allowing these last few moments of your practice to be the ultimate celebration of you. Know that comparison that we so often feel the need to create can truly never be constructive. You can never make space for loving yourself if you're always looking at the ways in which you feel you don't measure up. So for these last few moments of your practice, can you allow yourself just for a few moments to believe that you are completely whole, that the version of you that is here right now is perfect, even if that means that she's perfectly imperfect. Knowing that there is nothing else that you need to do to be worthy. It's literally already there within you. Now you are more than welcome to stay in this space for as long as feels good. Or if you wish to come and join me up and seated, come and find that space now. Once you arrive, reaching the arms up above the head, the palms come to touch. The thumbs come to forehead center for kindness in your thoughts. The thumbs come to the lips for kindness in your words. And then let the hands place onto the heart center for kindness and self-love within your heart. Allowing yourself to bow forwards. Namaste. Thank you guys so much for joining me for today's self-love slow flow. I really, really hope you guys enjoyed it. If it resonated with you, if you did enjoy it, please come and connect with me on Instagram and come and have a look at my online membership. I share so many classes just like this, some longer, some varied ones as well. There are meditations, there are soul sessions, there is just so much magic there. So feel free to come and check that out. Otherwise, I am sending you so much love, and I hope that you remember that you are so unbelievably whole and worthy and perfect just the way you are. So really, really do believe that you deserve this self-love. Thank you guys so much. I will see you in our next class together. Bye guys.